I'm staring at my phone in the dark. Day 23rd, 4:47 a.m. One scroll, just one, and I realized I had already lost. Discipline isn't about motivation. It's about the 47 micro decisions you make before anyone's even awake. And for 23 years, I was losing every single one. These 10 habits didn't just change my discipline, they exposed how controlled I actually was. 30 days ago, I couldn't go 4 hours without checking my phone. I said yes to things I hated because I was afraid of being disliked. I set alarms I never followed, made promises I never kept to myself. Every successful person I studied had the same patterns, not motivation, not talent. Uncomfortable daily systems that break you first, then build you. Here's what actually worked. 5:30 a.m. alarm goes off, and immediately the negotiation starts. Just 10 more minutes. I'll work out later. I didn't sleep well. You know what that voice is? It's proof you're controlled. Every time you negotiate with your own standards, you're training yourself that your word means nothing. Not to others, to you. I counted it. Day 1, I negotiated with myself 11 times before noon. 11 times I proved I couldn't be trusted. Here's the solution. I made one rule. The first decision is the only decision. Alarm goes off, feet hit the floor, no thinking. Workout scheduled, I'm moving, no debate. This sounds extreme until you realize discipline is just removing the option to be weak. By day 7, I stopped hearing that voice entirely. It knew it had no power anymore. Habit 2, I deleted comfort first thing. Most mornings started the same. Phone, scroll, dopamine hit before my eyes even focused. I thought I was just checking messages, but really, I was medicating discomfort before I even felt it. Your morning decides your day, and if your morning is soft, your entire life becomes soft. I realized I was terrified of silence, terrified of sitting with my own thoughts for even 5 minutes. That's not strength. That's addiction. Here's the solution. No phone for the first 90 minutes, period. No music, no podcast, no productive scrolling. Just me and the quiet. If you can't sit in silence for 90 minutes, you're not disciplined. You're distracted with better branding. The first 3 days felt like withdrawal. Because it was. By day 12, I started having thoughts I'd been drowning out for years. That's when the real work begins. Habit 3. I made my bed like my life depended on it. Make your bed sounds like boomer advice. But here's what nobody tells you. It's not about the bed. I used to leave my bed a mess. Clothes on the floor. Room chaos. And I wondered why I felt scattered all day. Your environment is a reflection of your internal state. A messy room isn't laziness, it's lack of self-respect. Every time you walk past something you should fix and don't, you're teaching yourself that standards are optional. Here's the solution. I started making my bed perfectly. Hospital corners, pillows aligned. Not because it matters, because I decided it matters. Habit 3 sounds boring, but this is where most people quietly stay undisciplined for life. They never realize that how you do one thing is how you do everything. One tight corner, one aligned pillow, one decision that you're not negotiable anymore. Habit 4. I stopped explaining myself. Why didn't you come out last night? Old me, 1 5-minute explanation, justifying, defending, seeking approval. Every time you over-explain, you're asking for permission to live your life. You're communicating, I'm not sure I made the right choice. Validate me. That's weak, and people feel it. Solution to this: I started saying less. Had other plans. Wasn't feeling it. Just didn't. No defense, no guilt, no explanation. Every time you justify your decisions to people who didn't earn that access, you're proving you're still controlled. Strong men don't defend their choices to everyone. They make them and move on. By week 3, I noticed something. People respected me more when I said less. They stopped questioning. They started adjusting. Habit 5. I chose boredom over stimulation. Everyone says, optimize your time. I did the opposite. I got bored on purpose. Lunch break, podcast. Driving, audiobook. Walking, music. I was addicted to input, terrified of empty space. Constant stimulation isn't productivity, it's avoidance. Your brain never gets a chance to process, to think, to create. You're just consuming other people's thoughts 24/7 and wondering why you have none of your own. Here's the solution. I banned all media during transitions. Drives equals silence. Walks equals no headphones. Meals equals no screens. The first week, I felt like I was wasting time. By week 2, I started solving problems I didn't even know I had. Boredom isn't the enemy of discipline. Distraction is. Habit 6. I did the hard thing first. I used to ease into my day. Emails, busy work, easy tasks. The hard stuff? I'll do that after lunch. Lunch comes. I'll do it after this meeting. 5 p.m. I'll start fresh tomorrow. You're not saving the hard thing for when you have energy. You're hoping it disappears. Solution to it. The hardest task on my list, I do it first, before anything else. Before email, before coffee, before I have time to talk myself out of it. If you do easy things first, you're training yourself to be soft. Every single day, you're practicing avoidance and calling it strategy. By day 18, my productivity tripled, not because I worked more hours, because I stopped pretending I'd do it later. Habit 7. I tracked every broken promise. I'll work out today. Didn't. I'll start that project. Didn't. I won't check my phone. Did. I didn't even realize how many promises I was breaking to myself. You think discipline is about big goals. It's not. It's about the 200 micro promises you make and break every single week. Each one chips away at your self-trust. Solution to it. I started writing them down. Every promise I made to myself, every one I broke. Day 1, I broke 14 promises before dinner. Seeing it on paper made me sick, but it made me accountable. By day 20, I was breaking 1 to 2 max, and I felt them. Habit 8. I eliminated maybe. Maybe I'll go to the gym. Maybe I'll start eating better. Maybe I'll work on that project. Maybe equals no. Maybe is how weak people protect their ego. You're leaving the door open so when you quit, you can say, I never really committed anyway. Here's the solution. I banned the word maybe from my decisions. Yes or no, in or out. If you're still using maybe, you're not disciplined. You're just slow at quitting. Commitment is binary. Either you decide or you don't. By week 4, my life got simpler, clearer, faster, because I stopped living in the gray. Habit 9. I chose silence over reaction. Someone disrespects you, insults you, tests you. Old me, instant reaction, defend, argue, prove. Every time you react emotionally, you hand your power to someone else. They pulled the string. You danced. Solution to it. I started pausing. 3 seconds before responding to anything emotional. Most of the time, I realized I didn't need to respond at all. Silence is power. Reaction is weakness. People lose respect for you when you're easy to provoke. When you react to everything, you're controlled by everything. By day 25, I became untouchable, not because I was stronger, because I stopped giving my energy to things that didn't deserve it. Habit 10. I built my day around identity, not tasks. I used to ask, what do I need to do today? Wrong question. Tasks are infinite. There will always be more. But identity? That's the filter. Here's the solution. I started asking, what would a disciplined man do right now? Not what I feel like doing. What the person I'm becoming would do. You're not building discipline. You're becoming someone discipline is natural for. Every decision is a vote for the type of person you are. By day 30, discipline wasn't hard anymore. Because I wasn't fighting myself. I was just being consistent with who I decided to be. Here's the conclusion. 30 days. These 10 habits didn't make life easier. They made me unbreakable. And that's the difference between men who talk about discipline and men who live it. You're not here by accident. You're here because something inside you knows you're capable of more. But knowing isn't enough. Every day you wait is another day you're proving you're not serious. Every scroll past this video without taking action is another vote for the old version of you. Here's what happens next. You either close this video and go back to the same patterns that got you here, or you subscribe to Daily Stoic Thoughts and commit to becoming the disciplined, respected, powerful man you know you're supposed to be. I upload a new Stoic lesson every single day. Each one is designed to build mental strength, emotional control, and unshakable discipline. This isn't motivation, this is systematic transformation. Most men will watch this, feel inspired for 3 minutes, then do nothing. Don't be most men. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video where we break down why people secretly disrespect you and how to fix it permanently. Discipline isn't a phase, it's a lifestyle. Welcome to Daily Stoic Thoughts. Now go prove you're serious.